So you're in Legacy, and then you get a chance to work with Shawn Michaels and Triple H. And they had come back as DX in 2006 with the Spirit Squad, who made a reunion appearance this week on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Two of them were apparently lost in transit on their way back to OVW.
Yeah, they didn't pay for all of them.
So when they did this thing with the Spirit Squad, I mean, if we're all honest with ourselves, it was squash stuff. You know, the Spirit Squad were never meant to be, or never presented on television as a threat to DX.
Sure.
But now it was two, multi-generational guys in Legacy. I forgot if Ted was second or third, so I didn't just want to say second. But you go in with DX. What were you expecting going into it, and how did it live up to those expectations?
Well, I mean, like, on the list of Cody's favorite wrestlers to ever walk the earth, like Sting and Shawn Michaels are essentially right at the top. To me, Shawn Michaels is just the greatest. I mean, just the greatest. My God. So when we find out we're gonna have not one but 3 matches with him, well, we weren't ready for that. That's for sure. But we absolutely wanted to kind of meet it head on. I actually at SummerSlam, I remember I slapped him and said I want him in here, and Hunter tagged him, and I remember I openly said, and it almost sounded homosexual in how I presented it. I openly said, I've always fucking wanted you. But I meant it. I meant it. This is actually Ireland specific, something that they did to me in Dublin. That Hunter, if we were to call him right now, he will tell you it was not a rib, but it was a rib. First night of the tour, it's literally called the DX Legacy Tour. I'm 22, 23, working my hero, working the other guy's the boss. So it's well, what a trip, what a moment, And Hunter tells me, hey, we got this banner that says DX spray painted on its white. They put it down right before we go on so that people know it's coming. You guys are out first. You want to take the banner and just rip it? Yeah, I want to do that. It's a good idea. And then I'm thinking, all righty. And Ted is just half drunk or whatever. Just yeah, okay. And we they play our music in Dublin's this kind of intimate crowd where you go out this little turn and there they all are. It's just a beautiful. It's one of everybody's favorite live events to do. And I grab the white thing and I'm looking straight ahead, I want to look like a badass when I do it. And I pull the curtain, and the curtain was not reinforced by anything but a 2x4, and the 2x4 was loose, and the 2x4 just pops me in the back of the head. And when it pops me in the back of the head, all the green paint was wet, and it just goes all over me. And I'm so embarrassed. We're the main event, and I look at me. I get in the ring, and Teddy's just doesn't have any of the paint on him, doesn't know what happened, and I'm thinking I might have a concussion. I also look terrible, and Shawn and Hunter come out, and the whole match just laughed. Just laughed at me, and I thought, this is not how you want to be with your heroes at all. This is not. Subsequently, on the same tour, it is the tour where I officially gave up on hating Teddy Jr. Because when I first met Teddy, hated him. Better looking, in better shape, just disgusted me. And I was really competitive. When in wrestling, the best thing you can do is compete with yourself versus if you're I can do this better. You start to go a little stir crazy. So I was super competitive, and Vince was really bad about it because he would literally tell me, hey, you need to bring Teddy up to your level. And then 30 seconds later, like a doctor telling another kid the exact same thing, he'd tell Teddy, hey, you need to bring Cody up to your level. I'm like, why? Why are you doing that to us? Anyways, Teddy likes to throw down, he likes to party, and always just at this current level is just disgusted with him. And he's so drunk and catering after the incident with the paint and the whole thing. And what a big night. We wrestled DX, and I'm just disappointed. And he's sitting there, and he's so drunk that one of his eyes is shut. And he gets up and just staggers over to this piano, flips the thing open, sits down, and plays the most beautiful song I have ever heard. And then he followed it up with Jurassic Park, which is like everybody's just cheering. And I thought, you know what? I like this guy. He can do everything, and he's just amazing. And that's fine. Good for him. And I never had an issue with him ever to this day. Great friends. Got thrown off the dance floor at my wedding. Yeah. Great friends.